Hey guys, thanks for joining us on our YouTube channel. This is one of our first interview videos. Just getting started. My name's Tom. I'm the Director of Operations for Fort Sask Reno.
And my name's Jim, and I am the president of the company. Welcome to the channel. Looking forward to doing some videos, introducing our company and ourselves and letting you know what we're all about.
Quote to start off for you guys: when you have a dream, you've got to grab it and never let go. Carol Burnett.
That's a good one for sure. Yeah, we've all got dreams to chase, and we definitely have ours. So that's a great quote. We'll start all our videos with some quotes, some inspirational things to help you and help us to keep those things in mind.
I got a statistic here for you. Did you know that 1 in 5,000 people build $1 million businesses? It is statistically similar to probability of playing a professional sport, yet successful entrepreneurs go from industry to industry, replicating their success time and time again. Josh Burrell.
Yeah, that's awesome advice. Just get some tried and true methods and stick to them, repeat, and you'll get those successes.
Very true.
To start, I'll just give you a little background on my personal story with Fort Sask Reno. We started out in 2007. It was a one-man show. It was actually me, myself, and I, all three of us. And I was laid off from my job in the chemical industry. Decided to get back to working with my hands, do some good, honest work. Took a course in siding installations and worked for other people as a subcontractor for the first couple of years. And from that point, it's almost 17 years later, and we've got the top-rated renovation business in Fort Saskatchewan. Our company it's a family business, so it consists of myself as the president. Tom is my son, and he's the director of operations. There's 7 of us in our family, and everybody's worked in the family, the family business. And yeah, it's a rare thing these days, and it's a privilege and honor to work with my family. Can't beat that, really.
Let me start by asking you, where did you grow up, Jim?
I was born in Panoka, Alberta, and I lived there until I finished high school, really.
Okay, and where did you go to high school?
Well, there's one high school in Panoka, pretty small town, one-horse town there, so I went to the Panoka Composite High School. A few years later, I returned to school and I went to Red Deer College, did my upgrading there, and took some chemical technology at Red Deer College, finished that up at NAIT.
Okay, that's interesting. Let me ask you why you decided to take chemical engineering.
Well, it was because when I was doing my upgrading, I did really well in the chemistry. I found it quite fun, actually, working in the lab and working with my hands, the problem-solving aspect of it and whatnot. And so got into the NAIT calendar and the NAIT books and saw the Chem Tech program. That seemed like a pretty good way to go. So I took that and worked in that industry for about 10 years. Turned out it wasn't as fun as it was in the high school course.
What was your first job?
My very first job was a chicken farmer. As a matter of fact, I was about 10 years old, got $25 for a birthday present, and I went and bought 25 chicks. We lived out on an acreage just outside of Panoka, so I wanted to be a farmer. So I had my chickens, and I built a little coop for them and all that, and I'd go door to door and sell eggs in Panoka. So I've always had the entrepreneurial spirit from an early age.
Yeah, for sure. Starting your business as your first job. Not too many people get to say that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
How long have you been working in your current industry?
So yeah, it started in 2007, January 2007, decided to take a job working in the trades outdoors, learning how to install siding, soffit fascia, and eaves trough. Was paid by the square foot, so had 5 kids at home, wife wasn't working, so there's some pretty long days, but 2007 is when I really struck out on my own.
Yeah, that's quite the time to start an exterior renovation company in the middle of January.
Yeah, well, I'm an outdoor kind of guy, so no problem there. I'm not afraid of the weather.
So Jim, let me ask you, why are you so passionate about what you do?
Really, it boils down to It boils down to helping others. And the satisfaction that I've got in this job is like nothing I've got in any other job. When you take a house, you go in to see somebody and they've lived in this home for 25 years and it's looking rough. And it's been a pain for them and a source of maybe embarrassment, even people coming over looking at their home from this street view. It's this ancient stucco, it's all falling apart.
Yeah.
And they've really suffered with this thing. So you go from that, 2 weeks later, they've got a brand new house. And we do an amazing job. Our teams are excellent. We're keeping the communication up the whole time. We find out what's really important to them and then deliver that to them. And so in the end, they're so happy. We look at our Google reviews, we got over 120, almost pushing 125 at the moment, 5-star Google reviews. And so that speaks volumes as to what we can do. And so I've just never had that feedback in any other job I've ever had. And so that's one of the real perks and actually the passion, why I've got passion for this business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true. There's so many clients that they really are glowing after we're finished with their projects. They take their house from an embarrassing exterior to something they can show off and be proud of.
Yeah, for sure.
What made you decide to become an entrepreneur?
Well, I had just been laid off from a job in the chemical industry, and the corporate culture in that particular industry and that business was terrible. It was all about, it was all this politics, all the politics that goes on in a business. I didn't enjoy it. I was just not enjoying that. No one really cared that much about what you did. In the end, it was just more of an expectation rather than an appreciation. And so when I got laid off from that, I thought I want away from all this. I just want to go back to work, do some good, honest work with my hands. And I had done all that kind of stuff at an early age, and I enjoyed it. I thought, let's take another shot at this, even though I was getting older at the time. I still got it. I can do this. So that was really the tipping point that pushed me to get into my own business.
Yeah. Yeah, you always had a need for quality, and as you mentioned, you wasn't really being fulfilled with the chemical industry.
Not at all. No, that's not for me.
So let me ask you, what made you decide to start a business in this industry?
Well, to be honest, there was actually still newspapers around when I got going. So I was reading through the Edmonton Sun, and I saw, ciders wanted, training provided. I was looking at framing. I was looking at something like a trades job.
Yeah.
And so that one came up. I phoned a few, talked to these people. I really liked the idea that they're going to give you some training. It was unpaid training, but there was going to be some training, and then they'd give you a job. So it was just the Edmonton Sun. It was the luck of the draw. I bought that newspaper that day and found this number, and that worked out well. Got me off and started there.
Yeah, you thought you'd give it a shot?
Yeah, give her the good old college try.
And what would you say was the most difficult part of starting your business?
Most difficult part about starting the business? I don't know that it was that hard. I was just determined. I was going to do it. There's been lots of challenges. It's not an easy job in any form, but I was determined. I knew I was going to do that, so it wasn't that difficult. Once you make the decision, it was done. I was going. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
And what would you say is the most difficult part about running the business currently?
Currently, one of the most difficult parts is that the main office, it's still a home-based business, so you're always at work. And that's one of the more difficult things at the moment is that, even on Saturday morning, Sunday morning, you walk past the office, you see the computers in there, you got your phone in your hand, people are sending you notes and emails, and you do have to shut that off. That's one of the more difficult parts at the moment.
Yeah, true. You're never really off when you run a small business.
No, you never really are. You can try, and we do our best. So.
And then we do experience one of three problems. It's either we have a cash flow problem, or we have a people problem, or we have a job problem. There's one of three problems that you're always...
the classic three for sure.
And most businesses fail from one of those three problems.
Yeah, that's right. That's the balance.
What is the most rewarding part of running your business?
Oh, one of the most rewarding things is this level of satisfaction that I get when we're all done a job and the clients are overwhelmed with joy. A lot of times they want to be our buddies even. Like they really do appreciate us.
You've been invited to a couple barbecues over the years.
Barbecues and gifts and cards and all of that. And so I've never had any other job where you get that level of satisfaction, job satisfaction. So that's one thing. The opportunity to work with my family, it's a rare thing these days. And
sure.
It's a double-edged sword, as you know, right? Because we're always together. It's a challenge as well, but it's pretty amazing to be able to work with your family and be successful. And, so yeah, that's definitely a rewarding aspect of the business.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Well, 5 years' time, I'm sure I'll still be in the same industry. I plan to be in the same industry. Can't be sure of anything in life, but I do plan to be in the same industry. I'm only 55 now, and so I've got a few years to work yet, definitely. And so in 5 years' time, where I can see myself is in the same business, but we're gonna have a much more structured business.
Yep.
Yeah, tried and true techniques, methods, procedures, policies. Really just to having a streamlined business, being that we're already the top rated in our area for Google reviews.
Yep.
We're gonna have our goals obviously is to get 500 Google reviews. We're at 125 right now. So any past customers, if you want to get on our page and give us a Google review, if you haven't, get on there, and we do appreciate that so much. So yeah, I do plan to be in the business, still working away, and we'll be, by far the most highly rated business in Fort Saskatchewan and area.
We'll continue to be, but we're going to blow them out of the water.
Definitely we will. We're going to have so many YouTube videos. This is just the first one, but we're going to continue with this and keep working through the videos. And hopefully y'all enjoy that.
Very good. Well, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I look forward to more videos on the way.
Yeah, thanks so much for tuning into our channel, and please subscribe and share and all those good things.